Ask Tom on Home Show.
Tyler from Abilene, Texas, needs a little AC help.
He's a creative lad, Tom, and he wants to know if you would do this. There's a good program for you.
Well, if I was selling hot dogs, I'd go under there and open up a stand.
Open a stand on it, exactly. Or maybe picnic
Lemonade.
with your condenser. That would be nice. So let's say it blows off air.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. So Tyler writes to us, I live in Abilene where the daily temperature outside is above 105 degrees right now. Yeah. And pictures are circulating through social media about putting a canopy like that over the AC unit. Tom, does this do any good?
I've had this discussion so many times, not only on my own personal Facebook page with my friends, who still, some of them refuse to believe me. And that's okay. What I want to say is it's not going to hurt anybody. It might cost you $129 for a nice outdoor umbrella or that canopy you have, maybe a few $100s. If you think you're going to save on electricity, no. But if you want to invest in that, I'm sure you'll find another use at a different time of year. It doesn't do anything at all. There's a lot of things you can do to help. Now, that condensing unit, if you want to get onto that, and I'll explain why shading it's not really going to do any good. But you keeping the condensing coil clean, which means going out with a hose, especially this time of year, and hosing around that coil on the outside from the top to the bottom and just getting the dirt from all the dry grass clippings and all that stuff off of there, that'll make it run so much more efficient. You do that twice in a summer and you're way ahead of the game. Those things are designed to be on rooftops. They're on rooftops all over the world. Go to Las Vegas, Nevada, where it's all desert. They're all on every home, and it's on the roof of their home. They're meant to run in hot temperatures. That's not a problem. They need a lot of air to move, and that's what that fan does. But keeping it cool does not make your energy bills go down. People need to realize an air conditioning system creates a temperature inside your home by pumping the heat from the inside to the outside. That's what it does. When it reaches that temperature on the inside of the home, it shuts off because it stays at the temperature you want. When it starts to get hotter, it turns it back on and then brings it back down the temperature. So a thermostat is a brake, and the unit only comes on as needed and what's happening on the inside of the house. So if you reduce the heat gain on the inside of a house, then like a radiant barrier would be a good example of it. That would work because then the air conditioner just works less. But putting a shade device over it to make it more efficient and save you money is a total waste of time. Air conditioner does not work that way. Keeping your coil clean is always a good idea, but that's a 5 to 10 minute job if you got a hose handy, and maybe twice a year. August is when we usually do it. This year it's been so hot, and with all the grass clippings and stuff, I would say this is a 2-year cleaning year. So I would do it now in July and doing it at the end of August. But that's just hosing down the coil, not the whole unit. Remember, it sits out in the rain. You really can't hurt it. But just that coil that looks like a radiator on a car. Usually it has 3 sides that are the coil. Mm-hmm. Just keep it clean. That'll go much farther than putting an umbrella over it, although it might look pretty.
Now, I know there are some air conditioning contractors who don't just use water. They have a chemical they'll spray on there that helps pull more dirt off of the coil. I don't know if those are available like a hardware store.
No,
stuff, but you think just water alone does the job, Tom?
Yeah, on the outside. Now, some of the coils that really need to be cleaned with things like nicotine and stuff, and most of the commercial cleaning products that are used for coils, they're actually used on the evaporator coil on the inside of your home. When they come and do a checkup, sometimes they need to be acid washed. They get so dirty, especially if you have smokers or a lot of pets and stuff in your home. They can get a lot of debris. But on the outside, it's usually a dry dirt, like just dust, debris, pollen, grass clippings. And I'm not saying you're making it perfect. What I'm saying is you're getting a lot of the debris off so it works more efficiently. If you really wanted to get in there and they really needed to be scrubbed, then have a professional do that. You don't want to be hitting the wrong wires or doing something of that nature because you'll have to take the unit apart to do that. But as far as spraying the outside, I would just use water for a homeowner, and it will do a lot of good, especially this dry year we've had in Houston, at least, because we've had no rain at all, so it's not getting naturally cleaned by rain. And they do get cleaned by the rain if we get it regularly.
All right. Tom will tell you how to do things right. If all you do is go ahead and click on that blue Ask Tom button at HomeShowRadio.com, fill out this form, send it in. The question comes out here. because we post a new one. By the way, send us a picture here. We'd love to see it. And I'm hoping Tyler sent that as a joke, a picture. And if he didn't, Tyler, don't do that.
I'm sorry, Charlie. I'm seeing them all over social media. They're the silliest looking things some of the people are doing right now. So I wouldn't doubt he probably screenshot it off of his Facebook page.
Maybe
and
that's
just send it to us and say, should I do this? Because he has one of those in his garage. No, don't
do that. Don't do that. Okay. This is Home Show Radio, also known as don'tdothat.com. But
sometimes
you'll find a lot more of these videos because we post them every day. You'll find them on our YouTube channel, the Home Show Radio YouTube channel. And of course, there's lots more to be seen at HomeShowRadio.com.